So Luna technically started 2 years ago, actually at Beanstock. My partner, Nate, he started Luna working in a shared space with Agro. So he was roasting at night. And then I joined him in April of that year, I guess 2 years ago. And we just recently, back in May, we got our own roasting location. So we're now roasting just outside of Fort Langley. Oh yeah, in Vancouver, you can find our coffee at Revolver, Nemesis, Birds and the Beats, Small Victory Bakery, mainly, and then Musette a little bit, and then Kofi a little bit as well. Then outside of Vancouver, throughout Canada, and then we do ship a lot to the US as well in cafes. I think it's a bit of a fallacy when people say, oh, there's declining specialty grade coffees, it's difficult to find high quality. I don't think that's true necessarily. My previous job, I was a green buyer, so I use a lot of those existing supply streams and work with the same exporters, and so we source our coffees directly. The idea is to work with the same small producers each year, because we're small too, and so it's a lot more fun to work kind of as equals between the smallholder producer and us. For Luna, we're specializing in the lighter end of the roasting spectrum, almost for lack of a better term, like Scandinavian roast profiles. We typically drop our coffees quite light. We want our end result to be maximizing sweetness and brightness in coffee. So, coffee's got a lot of different fruit acids and a lot of different compounds that we want to maintain in the cup. So we're trying our best to drop them essentially as soon as they crack. We drop it. But there's a lot of minutia in between. We have roasting software that kind of tells us the temperature of the beans, of the exhaust, various parts of the roaster, and we kind of try and follow that as much as we can to come up with a roast recipe that works for that particular coffee. Yeah. Once we know our coffee tastes best at, a certain roast profile, we want to keep it that way. However, winter's coming. With that comes challenges that are unique to a colder roasting environment. So sometimes, on there's an exhaust stack and there's downward pressure from the colder air, and so we're going to have to change our roast recipes to repeat the same result. Yeah. There's more and more roaster classes, and there are people who have roasting methodologies that they teach. Rob Hoos and Scott Rea are kind of the two main people that come to mind when it comes to coffee roasting education. But there's no substitute for just getting in there and working with an existing roaster. So for Nate and myself, we each have over 12 years in coffee, so we've been at it a little while. Just getting in there and working somewhere and asking questions.